A food mile is the distance food travels from the farm to the local store. According to the USDA, there's no consensus on a definition of local food systems in terms of geographic distance between production or consumption. In reports done by the World Watch Institute, American food travels on average from 1,500 miles to 2,500 miles. If you live in Iowa, according to a study done, there's a very good chance you're buying tomatoes picked 1,569 miles from your local supermarket, even though the farmers grow them within 60 miles of a loading dock. Add it all up and think about it. If your food earned airline frequent flyer miles, you'd be jetting to Europe for free. A Swedish study looked at the ingredients of a typical Swedish breakfast: apple, bread, butter, cheese, coffee, cream, orange juice, and sugar, and determined that food traveled a distance equivalent to the circumference of the earth. That's 24,901 miles. But it's not just physical transportation that defines the food industry. It's the cultural transportation that comes with it. With the distance that food is moved comes the gap that is bridged in regards to the culture and the food that they eat.
Welcome to Kentucky, a thriving hub of diversity. Here we see Chipotle, Mexican food. Is Kentucky in Mexico? I believe not. Is Kentucky in Egypt? Again, I think no. Here we have yet another Mediterranean grill, and just down the same street, African cuisine. Alright, here we are in Kentucky, yet we have food from all over the world. What does that mean? The ideas and thoughts behind these foods, the recipes were transmitted from person to person, families that came here seeking a better life. These foods, the ideas behind them, are from other lands, but the ingredients are more often than not grown locally. If you'll go into the Chipotle, you'll see that the majority of the vegetables they use are grown here, and they proudly display that fact on their menu. Not only was the food from these cultures transported here, but the culture itself, because America is a melting pot.
Just like the food that was brought to the consumer at these restaurants, the culture is brought along too. These transported cultures could range from halfway across the globe or a different region of the United States.
Cultural transport relates to the article A Short History of the Bagel by Joanne Nelson. The bagel is a baked good consisting of a roll with a hole in the middle used to carry and move a string, and it's seen in many ancient cultures like ancient Egypt hieroglyphics. The author Nathan describes the Krakow bagel as a Jewish food in America. The Krakow bagel is a product of the Krakow Bakers Guild, which was formed in Poland by Jewish bakers. Fast forward 300 years to New York. In 1907, the International Bakers Guild was created, and the bagel, a staple in historical Jewish culture, is popularized in America. This was created because of Polish immigrants bringing their food to America and their ingredients. When they brought the Krakow bagel to New York, not only was the food transported, but their culture was transported approximately 4,000 miles.
Transfer and food miles can add up quickly, but one aspect that needs to be observed is the transport of culture. The Krakow bagel brought a part of the Jewish culture to America, and places very close to us, like the West African Grill, transport culture thousands of miles right to our neighborhood. These local restaurants, serving distant cultural traditions, integrate into local culture by using Kentucky Proud ingredients and food grown by farmers in our backyard. Kentucky Proud is a movement to lower food miles by using produce and ingredients from Kentucky in restaurants and stores. Even though the culture has been transported thousands of miles, these restaurants like Chipotle, Sab's Grill, and the local taco lower their food miles by using Kentucky ingredients.